with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Michigan Wolverines offense will go to work first. Michigan really took it to Notre Dame the last time they met, and Hail to the Victors was playing loudly.
It was playing loudly, and they beat the snot out of the Irish. And the Irish better not forget that. And it was the physicality of Michigan taking over, and the Irish going to be ready today.
Yeah, Notre Dame was really upset. They just couldn't answer the bell. Everything seemed to snowball on them, one bad thing after another. They've got to be mentally tougher in this game.
And the Wolverines headed quickly to the line.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
He'll do it himself. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. Nice move, create some space. He's loose on the right. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Wolverines. They strike first, and that opening drive of the season could not have gone better.
Man, you've seen the evolution of the option, and you've seen the evolution with the scrambling quarterbacks that can run and be so dynamic and just so much to defend. The quarterback says, forget that. You defend everything, I'll take it myself. In for 6.
Coming out with it, it's Spears. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. So the Notre Dame Fighting Irish offense comes out first time they've had the ball today. And guys, defenses have been trying to figure out for years how to keep this guy from getting open, and they just can't seem to solve the riddle.
No, this guy has experience. He's been in the big moments, and it's so nice to have a guy that's been in your system, in your scheme. He knows the in and outs. You can move him all over the field.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket, even when things are close. And you've got swiping at it, you got to have 2 hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job of ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Michigan.
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the first half, but I'll tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they could become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the first half.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, it has gone final in the ACC, a matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Virginia took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week, and the end result was a focused group of Cavaliers that fired on all cylinders. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Running back searching for a hole. He got the first down and more. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. To the air on first down. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's knocked out of bounds as he gets it across midfield and down to the 46. The Irish come to the line facing second and short. Back to pass. Grab near the marker. It's Cummings. They make the to stop it. He'll have enough yardage for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it from the gun. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football, create balance, and right here just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe kick.
Breaks into the open. Guys, let's take a step back and talk about Notre Dame. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat, and the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win, and if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
Notre Dame once backed up near its own goal line, now on the move. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Looking to throw on first down. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
At this point, trailing by a lot, the defense is expecting you to throw it. If you're going to throw over the middle of the field, the window's going to open and close quickly. You got to have better timing to complete that throw. They just didn't have it.
Got enough space. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. Notre Dame has it now, first and goal. A designed run for the quarterback. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Brings up second and goal.
Can the defense stop them again on second and goal? Looking to fire. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Notre Dame! Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. That dude's really big. How in the world did they lose him?
Because down here he does a lot of blocking and you play a lot of man coverage in the red zone. And what do? Peek in the backfield and you lose the big fella. I don't know how he lost that big of a guy, but he lost the race.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead. From the gun to give, looking for room. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Guys, let's chat about Michigan. They had quite the ride last year, made it to the semifinals, couldn't finish the deal. Regression or redemption?
And today we're going to find out, and that's what's cool. Last year did not finish the way they wanted to, but they did get to the playoff. That is an accomplishment. Now, did that raise the level of intensity for these guys for a whole offseason, Jesse? And do they come?
Lots of room to run. And I wasn't sure they were going to be able to catch him. They finally did, but they gave up a huge play.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Around and forced out of bounds. Mark it right at the 16-yard line, and, man, are they in business. Hands it off. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. The Wolverines are in the hurry-up. Leaves it with the running back. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line. Being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered.
Pressure all over the quarterback, and down he goes at the 24. They'll play it safe and send out the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. And now the lead is even bigger.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. They're quickly in a 10-point hole, trailing 17-7 and needing to put together a drive. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Making side adjustments here. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Spits it out to the back. Fired in there, but incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Finding open areas. Not a lot going on there. Picked up a couple.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And money down is where you see defenses really understand where the sticks are, play great pass defense, know what's coming, and get off the field.
On 4th and 7, analytics, gut feel, or maybe just wanting to keep the offense out there. They'll go for it. Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. Desperately wanted to convert on 4th down, but couldn't do it. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll try the run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Wolverines will hustle to the line. Quarterback on the keeper. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Bringing the heat. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Timing has to be so good. When you're throwing it his own defense over the middle of the field, the ball's got to come out specifically on time because these windows close really quickly. Ball there thrown a little bit late. As a result, it's an INT.
Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The offense changing the play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. We've reached the end of the period, and Michigan has the lead. They largely dominated this 1st quarter as indicated by the stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. Just a short pass to the tight end. And that'll be enough to give Notre Dame a 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important to get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out and pick everything they did on the practice field this offseason and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip, man, because that's always your first goal, right? We talk about conference championships, winning your conference difference, and then it gets you to where you need to go. So looking forward to getting conference play kicked off in the Big Ten.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's coming. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They're in their own territory, but they are undeterred. 4th and inches, and they'll go for it. He'll take it himself. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. The Irish relying on the running game to give them this fresh set of downs. Throws to the wideout. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Need. And the big game, and they've got it on the 46.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
There's no logical reason these two shouldn't play every year. The proximity, both powerhouses, but squabbles get in the way from time to time, guys.
They sure do, and I think Notre Dame being an independent always makes things tricky and difficult, but at the same time, they're always playing USC every year, David. I'd love to see them schedule Michigan each and every season.
And just make it happen. We've lost so many rivalries in sports because of money, because of conference realignment. We don't need to lose another one.
On 1st and goal, Notre Dame will try to get it in the end zone. Quarterback keeps it. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in the running game, they had to worry about the quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
He'll bring it out. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Firing deep. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
Well, it's a great job by the back end of the defense that time, making up for what the front end of the defense couldn't do. Quarterback had all day to throw that ball, but it was the hit in coverage that forces the incompletion.
Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. The Wolverines want to pick up the tempo. They'll try to run for it. Can't get him to the ground. And he'll have to check his fillings after that lick, but he did get the first down. And the Wolverines getting set on 1st and 10. Running to the left. Got behind those pads and picked up 3 out to the 35. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Let's take a minute to talk about Michigan. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture.
Just too much heat that time, and they knock him down at the 31. The Wolverines will send out the punt unit. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. Here come the Irish back on offense. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, Dave. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down opportunity.
Down to 2 minutes to play. We'll take the timeout. They'll talk it over. A chance to tie or even take the lead before the break. The offense lines up at the 41 with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And now on second down for this offense. Wants to go up top. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit.
Looked like the offense had a chance for a big play there, but the running back just could not reel that ball in.
Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Pocket breaking down. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
It's 4th down and 6, and they'll try to convert. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grab near the marker. It's Need. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Turning it on! Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And both these quarterbacks, man, they're showing off their ability to take off and scramble and make plays. Right here, it's a design pass. He's looking to make a play. What does he do? He sees some space, captures it, makes the big play with his feet, gets another first down. This guy can do that a lot.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Back to pass. Oh, they're after him. The safe call on the wide receiver screen. And they do a really good job. Not as easy as it looks to get those blocks. And he picks up the first down.
Well, had a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
And as we get deep in this first half, a 1st and goal and a chance to take the lead before the break. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Irish!
These close games a lot of times come down to who executes late in the ballgame. That was a late game situation. Nice execution, and now they got the lead going into the half, and they have all the momentum.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Michigan ready to get that offense rolling again. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
But you've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quickly you can go to.
The pull and throw off the RPO. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one. It's a first down. They'll stop the clock to reset the chains. Offense up tempo. Wants to go up top on first down. Pressure coming. Trying to make magic with his feet. And the big defensive front wins the battle. No gain on that play. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And the defense, they've got him at the 27. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They kick it away on fourth down. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he stops. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Wants to throw on first down. Release to the back. It's complete. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. The offense setting up shop at the 46. First and 10. To the air on first down. Quarterback extends the play. He'll get rid of it. That's caught. It's Need. And he's brought down after a nice gain. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, the Michigan-Notre Dame rivalry is among the most bitter in football, and so far today, these two have really butted heads. And if you thought that was a quick first half, you'd be right on the money. 2 workhorse running backs who just kept pounding the rock behind offensive lines who look less like college kids and more like bulldozers. Call it ground and pound, call it pin and pummel. Both sides have been dominant, and I'm curious to see if either defense can make an adjustment. With that, let's send it back to our guys in the booth to see how the fight between Michigan and Notre Dame plays out.
He'll bring it out. It's Spears. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. The Irish send out the punt unit. They'll have to boot it away for the first time tonight. No return coming here as he signals for the fair catch and makes it right around the 30-yard line. So here comes the Michigan offense. Another opportunity here. They had to punt it on their last possession, but this time tight game, hoping to get something on the board. Back to the ground game on the left. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Wolverines moving quickly to the line. To the air on second down. Makes the catch along the sidelines and steps out of bounds. Let's see what call they have on third and long from the 28. Here's the snap, itching to fire downfield. The screen, and watch out. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Wolverines decide to punt it away. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Might be changing the route. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Pulls it in. It's coming. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Slant routes, they're good against man coverage, but they're good against zone coverage too. If that receiver can find the soft spot between the linebacker and the DB, he'll take that throw all day.
How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? The Irish trying to keep this drive moving on 3rd and short. They'll try to get the first through the air. And good use of the hands from the defense to deflect the pass on 3rd down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field, you're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
Converts on 4th down, and he's still going. And it's a first down. They'll mark it at the 44.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's 4th down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, they're trying to run the football there, just nowhere to go. They got dominated up front at the point of attack.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat, I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Snagged in the middle. It's Need. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And that's a huge 3rd down conversion by the offense there. It's 3rd and long. You've got to lead, not by a lot. Quarterback, though, very poised. Reads the coverage, throws it in rhythm, and you stay on the field.
Yeah, and it's a nice job by this defense. Understand, listen, that QB is a threat. And they're going to run all kinds of options, and he's going to run the football. They were dialed in and got that sucker to the ground.
We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. This is a design run. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
That's such a gut punch if you're the defense, because you're trailing in this game. You've got to find a way to get off the field on 3rd down, but you can't stop the quarterback scramble. He's just been making plays in this game in critical moments, none bigger than that one right there with the lead late in the game.
He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. A run for the quarterback. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
I like the aggressive play calling by the offensive coordinator on that drive as well. There are a lot of coaches that would have played it very conservative, very close to the vest, run the ball, and punt it away. Count on your defense, not this guy. He was going to take some shots, count on his own guys to get it done. And now with that touchdown late, they've got a 2-possession lead.
Guys, here come those maize and blue winged helmets on offense. They're in a precarious spot here, that lofty perch in the rankings, hanging in the balance unless they can do something to save themselves here. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you've got to be prepared.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires to the tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a first down. And the Wolverines come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got out of trouble and throws. The sure hands, it's Harmon. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first. The sure hands, it's Harmon. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44. The Wolverines in the hurry-up.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions. Got to continue to get these first downs. Move quick. Don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
With the catch, it's Harmon. Inside the 40-yard line and out of bounds at the 39. And here comes play number 6 of the drive. Gonna look downfield again. He's got an open man. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. And the Wolverines are in the red zone. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. He's got the tight end. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. Unleashes to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Wolverines.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the end zone because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now in game.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Spears. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here come the Irish, back on offense. Really good balance on that last drive. They mixed it up all over the place, Jesse.
Yeah, how nice, too, to have the defense on their heels, because at this point, they don't know what's coming at them. They had problems stopping everything that last drive did.
So I think this defense would come back with a little more aggressiveness. I mean, they let them have what they wanted. Now they got to dictate to this offense a little bit more.
Got the completion on the last play. Still some work to do on second down. Back to pass. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. Guys, let's talk for a minute about Notre Dame. Given the unrest surrounding this guy's future as the head coach, this would be a great way to get the season started.
Man, you want all the momentum you can get, and you want to quiet people down. You don't want it to get louder. The louder those motors talk about hot seat, and you have a tendency to lose your football team. It's a distraction. You have to talk about it all the time. So always nice, Palmer, to get off on the right foot.
You just got to be able to drown out the outside noise, right? Easier said than done. And with this win in week 1, they're going to silence the critics. But make no mistake, he's going to go into that locker room and say, everyone that's been talking trash about us all offseason, they're going to love us now. Don't pay any attention to that. All that matters is what's in this locker room. They've got to take that attitude forward.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. And he scoots his way to the first down and then slides to avoid the hit. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now on first down from the 43-yard line. The clock keeps going tick, 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 tick as the offense takes a knee inside. A minute to go in this one. For now, until whenever these two decide to play again, that Golden Dome will sparkle a little brighter as Notre Dame claims bragging rights over Michigan. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.